You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.
So, C Dog, this is your time of year, because you love college football. You guys have Clemson coming up. I'm
Yeah,
going to be
buddy.
following a lot of Alabama football. Unfortunately, the job is requiring me to monitor things that's going on in Alabama. I wish I would have not hit the record button, but we can't let baby mama know that other things is popping. So we got to keep that on the low low. I know she don't listen to the show because she doesn't even take my phone calls or even talk to me. So I know she don't listen to the show. But C Dog, what you thoughts on the football season? We already talked about the schedule not too long ago. A lot of ranked road games for Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of on the road type smoke that y'all gonna be getting. So what's the vibes like for Georgia?
I mean, there's still a lot of practices need to be done. I mean, starting off, they got a couple of injuries. I think one's the center. He's dealing with an ankle injury or something like that. So the left guard and the right guard's kind of been taking turns in practicing just for the reps. And we lost our best wide receiver.
Who's the dude that kept getting the DUIs and the driving shit? Was that the wide receiver or that's the DB?
Well, those were the defensive back and I think a cornerback, but those charges got dropped.
Kirby letting them back on the team?
Yeah, I mean they were on the team. I mean they were just getting I guess extra reps. And I think the only thing that they would have gotten was the NIH still would have been out of the door. But I mean the charges got dropped. The only one that got kicked off the team is Raw Thomas for the.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because they basically said he has to work his issues out. I'm like, damn, since when does driving make?
Oh no, but I wasn't driving. Well, he got caught for.
Okay, so I'm thinking about the other ones then who had the driving shit.
Yeah, no, he had a lot, like a serious more charges on him. I think it has something to do with cruelty or something like that. I mean, I'm not bashing the dude, but I mean, he had a lot of anger issues, just like with a couple years ago. I think it was Holloman or not Holloman or something like that. Got kicked off the team because he was choked the chick at a party or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the road games go, I mean, honestly, I feel we got a good team. We got a good defense this year. Offense is a little sluggish, probably. With having shoes to fill like Lad McConkey and Brock Bowers and Karis Jackson. I think he left last year. My bad. And Kendall Milton. The running backs. I mean, we got Trevor Etienne or Trevor. Yeah. And I mean, going up against Alabama with being in Tuscaloosa, I think that'll be a challenge. But I mean, Alabama.
Now y'all got to go to Texas.
Yeah, and Texas.
I think Ole Miss is one of them road games, and I think y'all playing Clemson in the Georgia Dome, right?
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Georgia always gets the Georgia. I mean, I said the Georgia Dome. I'm old as a bitch. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Georgia Dome.
That'll be a good game, honestly. It's a good start off, but I know because they usually don't face each other like every 5 years. The Georgia played Clemson. I mean, the last time they faced them was 2021 when Georgia started their national championship run. I mean, that was a close game and they smoked them, but at the end. But as far as I think, maybe I'm hating to say it, but honestly, I feel the two road games we would probably lose is Bama and Texas.
Now, would you be so confident in saying that y'all are going to lose two games, being that it's a 12-team playoff? Because back in the day, you already knew what it was. Two losses, you're not playing for shit.
Nah, but I mean, it's the fact that, granted, Georgia has always struggled against Bama every single season for God knows how long after the 1980 run. Almost, yeah, I think that was after that. It's like Georgia always came up, like they came up short last year. Georgia could have won the national championship last year, but just because of that loss, one loss in the SEC championship. And then would it be in Nick Saban's final year? There's like, no, we're not going to put a one-loss team in versus, Michigan or into the playoffs.
No, but they did. They ended up doing it anyway because it was like they couldn't put Texas. No, hold up. They couldn't put Alabama in over. They couldn't put they couldn't put Georgia in with Alabama because Alabama just beat Georgia. Then if Alabama was in, then Texas was going to bitch and be like, yo, but we just beat them. So that was kind of like the round robin fuck around, you know what I'm saying? Where it was like, well, damn, we got to fuck over Georgia because that's the only way that it makes sense.
Yeah, but that's what they fear. Every time Georgia gets fucked over, and then they got to go to a bowl game. Then when Georgia dominates every freaking team on the bowl game, like Florida State would have won undefeated.
Well, we knew they wasn't playing. We can't do that to them boys, man. They was third and fourth stringers and me.
But that's not the point. Is I mean, yeah, granted, Georgia had, a lot of healthy players in, but still, they made it all the way to like 13.
Don't let them do that to you, dog. Nah, man, that shit is personal, man. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all injuries, man. That's on y'all. That's on your team, man. You playing whoever in front of us.
Exactly.
No, it's nobody's fault. I'm just saying, like, when they say, like, you see what we did to this team? It was like, yeah, but that wasn't the team that really went undefeated in the ACC.
They said the same thing with like when it was who was it? TCU. TCU got in the playoffs and they met Georgia and Georgia dominated them. Same thing with Ohio State. Ryan Day.
Wasn't Florida State on their third quarterback?
Yeah, that's why I was saying they was playing third and fourth stringers and me.
But that's my point though. You can't take the house money when it benefits you though. Like they was on their second quarterback, they should have packed it in if they didn't want to play. Like if they was going to use the excuse at the end, they should have packed it up.
But they're not going to pack it up mid-season though. They're not going to pack it up mid-season while they undefeated.
But then they had
after you lose that.
Yeah.
No. They packed it up after the committee was like, "Yeah, we're not putting y'all in."
No, it wasn't that.
Shit.
Well, yeah, because remember when they did Selection Sunday and all of that shit, Florida State's like, "Are we going to be ranked? Are we going to be in the top 4?" And them niggas wasn't. I think them niggas actually dropped. I think them niggas actually dropped. You said what, Coach?
Ohio State won it with a third string quarterback.
No, they did. They did.
I mean, that was the only reason why. Like,
but hold on, C-Dog. They did win with a third string quarterback. That is true. The wide receiver was still ones. The running back was still ones. The defensive back was still ones. Everybody was still ones, but the quarterback. Florida State played third stringers, fourth stringers, and me.
So did Georgia.
Y'all had y'all dogs in there, bro. Georgia had y'all because y'all was trying to send a message y'all gonna fuck us over? You gonna do this to me? And y'all fucked up Florida State.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Third stringers, fourth stringers, and me.
But when Georgia played TCU and blew them out 63-7, they didn't put the freaking walk-on quarterbacks in. Like, okay, when they played Florida State and they were up probably 40 or 30 something at the time, they went through every single quarterback listing, every single person on the roster, even the walk-ons got a chance to play. But
that's where the beat comes in, and that probably didn't look good neither.
I mean, but you got to think, like, well, just because they were mad, Florida State was mad, and then they all started like, okay, well, we're going to sit out of this game. We're going to the pros, and then injuries. That's because they were butthurt. Same thing with Ohio State. When Georgia played Ohio State in the bowl playoffs, and they miraculously missed the field goal with 8 seconds left in the quarter because they got iced. I mean, Ryan Day whined and complained about it over a hit, even when Harris even said that was an illegal hit. Because he wasn't an illegal hit.
Right.
So they just whined, but I mean, I get what you're saying.
Now go ahead, Coach.
I'm not gonna give them a caveat if they had won the game. Like they're going with 34 screen, but when they lose, like they lost it, they only had 34 screen. So no, if you're gonna suit up, you're gonna come to play, man. Whatever the outcome is, bro. And I just don't like when coaches especially come and say that. Like you say, the kid got out of ice. You gotta perform. Like I don't care what the circumstances is, whether it's raining, snowing, sunny, cold. Like you gotta perform when it's time to perform. Mm-hmm. Because even with Florida State having that 4th, 5th guy, those dudes is 5-star athletes. Only 5 stars go to Florida State, basically. So it ain't like they pull some people out of the closet.
But I mean,
well, shit. The way that game looked like. Third stringers, fourth stringers, and me. That's how that game looked like. Y'all had no business being on the field. But let me ask you this real quick, Coach. So if you was in a situation, right, all right, so you undefeated, you're an undefeated CIAA champion or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're an undefeated conference champion. And a group of suits, you know what I'm saying? Not even the computers, because that was egregious too. But a whole bunch of motherfuckers in suits. It's like, they ain't the same team. Nah, we're not gonna give them a chance to win a championship. What the fuck you mean? I'm a Power 5 school that won my conference championship. Y'all not gonna. If I'm gonna get dog walked, let me get dog walked in the playoffs, not dog walked into a group of 6. How would you feel as a coach, or how would you feel as a player under those circumstances? Like, would you play that game, or would you be like, I ain't playing this bullshit?
Of course, I'm play that game. I'm a competitor. I want a ring. Like I want a championship. Like I want to like I'm about to be on national TV. This could raise my stock. If I go out and get 5 interceptions or get 5 sacks or run for 500 yards, I just made myself $5 million just to stay with the fives. So, like, it's an opportunity, man. It's an opportunity. Like, you take advantage of opportunity in life, or you don't. At the end of the day.
No, that's big fact. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm petty, bro. Unless I was like the star player. Even then, because if you're the star player, you about to go to the league, bro. I don't know. I ain't gonna capture. I feel like I'm a competitor too, but you kind of took that competitor out of me when you said I wasn't qualified to be in the playoffs, and I'm undefeated conference champion.
You can't take the competitor out of somebody, out of that level.
I mean, if you wanted to be like that way, at the beginning, before Georgia I guess they even picked Georgia to play Florida State. He had the option to back out. Because that's what they were talking about. Oh, well, Florida State, and Kirby came together, even though it was rumors saying, oh, well, we're not going to play. They were going to sit out of the game. But when they were getting blown out that bad, they could have had the opportunity to come during halftime or during the timeout, like, okay, we're going to cut this game short.
Hell no! With the TV money on the line, hell fucking no! That's why Florida State couldn't back out of that shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if they felt that bad, just because they were third string, fourth string, and walk-ons starting their first time, even freshmen, I mean, they could have. Okay, they could have like, no, we're not going to play, or all right, you're up this big here. Let's just go ahead and go from 15 minutes to 8 minutes.
But see, football is not that type of sport where you can bullshit like that, bro. Like basketball, we can have that common goal. Like, hey, bro, we just look, y'all got it, bro. We just gonna take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little shot, but we not even really playing for real. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna unload the bench. You know what I'm saying? Football, you can't do that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's too grimy outside in football to just have a ceasefire type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Like, what the fuck's the point? You still gotta tackle me.
So my point being this too. We talked about Georgia energy and momentum coming to the game. Like, I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. Florida State should have had the same energy.
I didn't even think about. You know what, Cap? I didn't even think about that, bro.
But as far as go back.
I just felt like Georgia didn't have that much of a leg to stand on because they just basically lost the SEC championship. You know what I'm saying? But they could have had that same fuck you energy. I agree with that, Coach. I agree with that.
But see,
I ain't even got no rebuttal to that.
But that was the whole entire year.
Mm-hmm. But that's the whole thing too. Georgia lost. What was it? I think the first run. They went all undefeated, lost the SEC championship, and still made it to playoffs. 2 rebounds against Alabama, and then Alabama got screwed out of the championship the next season, and they didn't go, and Georgia dominated it again. And then it was like this year, and honestly, that's what everybody was talking about. That it was because Nick Saban was going out his final year, and they had a pretty good team. But as far as your question earlier, I mean, besides those 2 games, I think Georgia's going to dominate and probably make it back to the playoffs as long as everybody can stay healthy.
Coach, you got a football team, bro?
College, not necessarily, man. I root for the Virginia teams, but not really college. I enjoy college ball, and I watch it, and I'm up on it, as you can see, obviously. But like a consistent college football team that I follow and be looking for on a Sunday, nah, I don't have that.
It'd be Virginia Tech for me until they fuck around and lose to East Carolina in week 3. Or they lose to Appalachian State in week 2. Or they fuck around and come to the 757 and lose the Old Dominion. Then it's like, well, the season's done because you're not about to give Virginia Tech no bounce back with 1 fucking loss. So, you know what I'm saying? So, Virginia Tech's my squad. We're going to make Virginia Tech great again. The second they lose that game, I'm out.
See, I honestly feel too, like...
Hey, Coach, man, that's no cap, bro. Like, since the Vicks and since Tyrod Taylor, bro, it's been like that every fucking year. I can go back and count every time that we lost to a group of 5 school. How the fuck we lose to a James Madison? 2 years before that, even though they're not a group of 4 school or group of 5 school, we lost to fucking West Virginia.
West Virginia is great. They had a really good team. The thing about it is, I'm with you. I understand what you're saying, being the Power 5 entitled, and they should beat them. But the teams you're naming, who's the first team you name?
East Carolina, bro, of the fucking
Hold on.
the American Athletic Conference.
That's not a bad conference, but I get what you're saying. But JMU won a national championship around the time that they beat them.
That was D2. I remember them because I got a couple of homies from the 06 squad. So I know about JMU.
Yeah, so it's
as
not a
school.
big gap between the. I'm saying it's not about JMU. It's not a big gap between JMU and Virginia Tech in football. It's not, the gap is not that big. But Appalachian State, they beat somebody every year. They beat big. I want to say they always beat somebody big. So they got a different football culture down there. That's just different. ODU,
and then hold on, coach. And then look, Old Dominion and fucking Liberty. I can go for days naming these little ass schools that be beating Virginia Tech, bro, and then fuck up everything. I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
So let me tell you this then. Let me tell you this at the same time. So I'm a person that I played a high level of basketball, and when I played teams in the state, I had a different kind of fire under me because of the fact that they didn't recruit me or didn't sign me.
Okay.
So you got to think. Look who you just named: ODU, Liberty, JMU, right?
Yeah.
Even App State. App State is close enough. These are all teams that got players on their team that wanted to play for Virginia Tech.
I wish we could have them all, man. I wish we could have the whole state suit up, but it ain't that many roster spots, B.
That's a fact, man.
See how I feel too. Go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead.
No, what I was going to say is like how I feel. Like depending on how the end of the season goes, like if the committee is going to retract the 12-team playoffs, or that's just going to be like a final thing. Depending on
hell no, they better grow that bitch to 16. Wait till they see how this money flows with 12. They can be like, well, shit, we could have been doing this a long. See, now they're realizing that the streets wasn't wrong. Pay the players, get a real playoff. Not paying the players, and that 2-team BCS computer bullshit was bullshit. Now they're realizing, the streets was right the whole time. Pay the players and make a real fucking playoff.
And I guess they were kind of getting, tired of, the only 2 dominant teams being in the playoffs, like the SEC. Like,
yeah,
because that's how it always is. It'll be probably one Big Ten, Pac-12, or ACC school.
No, we know the Pac-12 don't never be in it. That's why they don't.
I'm just example, but like Big Ten or ACC, and then it's like the strictly straight SEC dominance, and then there's 2 SEC.
Hold on, you said the Pac-12.
Yeah, the Pac-12 don't exist no more, bro.
Oh, you say don't exist? No, I thought you said don't ever be in there.
I mean, they had Washington that 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, what he's talking about, like them niggas that's there all the time, like the Ohio States, the Georgias, the fucking Alabamas, Auburn Clemson. Had a cup of coffee that 1 year, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can get the nod just because they're gonna bring in the money. Yeah, you gotta realize this, man. I think a lot of people lose this factor. Yo, sports is only entertainment, guys. It's only to entertain. It don't save like kids. It don't cure cancer. It's here to entertain. So if the goal is not to make money with entertainment, then you're missing the goal.
Whose goal not to make money? Because I know the school loves that playoff check or that bowl check. So I know somebody's in it for the bag.
I said the goal is to make money. I said if your goal is not to make money, meaning why they pick certain teams for these certain kind of BCS or playoffs or whatever, like they gotta sell advertising dollars, bro.
Oh no, you already know, bro. We do this media thing, bro. Know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, not unfortunately, we love the sponsors, man. The sponsors are great, but sometimes the suits be in the way of the content. But we love the sponsors.
Yeah.
So look, I want to tie into some have we had a Bronny conversation? Oh, no, we did have a Bronny conversation. Never mind. Did you see Bronny's 2K ratings like a 68?
Nah, I didn't see that, but that makes sense.
But the crazy thing is they brung up LeBron's 2004 NBA Live joint. His was a 68 too. Cats probably didn't even remember that.
Well, they was tripping then if they gave LeBron a 68. They were wrong. They not. It's no. That's not a coincidence. Just one group was wrong. One group was tripping.
The same thing for the NCAA 25 game. I mean, the college road to playoffs game is you got Georgia ranked number 1 and Bama ranked number 6, and I think Ohio State number 2. That's how they came out with the game. I'm like,
I mean, I think that's how it is in real life.
probably.
Ohio State.
No, ain't it like Alabama, Ohio State, Oregon, somebody else, then Alabama? I'll pull it up real quick. What's it called? The AP Top 25?
Yeah.
That's what they call that shit now? AP Top.
I thought they had Ohio State as number 1 all the time. You said Georgia?
Yeah.
Georgia's number 1. Ohio State's
number 1. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, so it's Georgia number 1, Ohio State number 2, Oregon number 3, Texas number 4, and Alabama number 5. The reason I remember that is because it's like, okay, so you got 2 SEC teams in the top 4 and 2 Big Ten teams in the top 4. Them niggas are going to knock each other off. And then it's going to let Alabama walk in the back door to be in the top 4. Because they got to lose. Because somebody got to lose to somebody. Alabama, Georgia plays Texas and Ohio State plays Oregon. So one of the 2 of them niggas is going to lose. Then Alabama's going to creep in the back door. And then obviously Georgia got to take care of Alabama to put them niggas back down.
Yeah, but so this is how they start off, though. I mean, so like I'm gonna go to Alabama's damn schedule. Like Alabama's got to play a non-ranked team like WKU.
Yeah, Western Kentucky.
And then they got to play South Florida.
I'll be watching that game, unfortunately.
Then they got to play South Florida. Then they got to play Wisconsin, and then they got to play us, and then they got to play Vanderbilt, and then South Carolina, and then Tennessee.
Then they got that one cupcake team that's like in week 9 and week 10. You know what I'm talking about? That one bullshit ass game where it's like, why the fuck are you playing them toward the end of your season?
Mercer, that's who it is, because after Mercer, you got Oklahoma.
There's always that one team at the bottom of Alabama's schedule that's like, bro, everybody else is playing conference power teams. You still playing a Mercer just because you played somebody early in the game when you wasn't supposed to. But no, you don't get the rest in the middle of the season. That's basically a bye week.
So, but this is what it is for us. We start off with Clemson. We play Tennessee Tech, which will be a W. We play Kentucky. Then we play Bama. Then we play Auburn, Mississippi State, Texas, Florida, Ole Miss, and Tennessee.
But so you didn't name no little school towards the end of your season, and you played Clemson first.
And UMass. Well, UMass is still, I guess, pretty good.
Oh well, yeah. I forgot about UMass, little Massachusetts.
So it's like they blaming the cupcake schedules. Nobody's got a cupcake schedule this game. Maybe Texas or Ohio State.
Nah, nobody getting a cupcake down in the SEC.
Hell no. No, I'm saying y'all added more. They added more. Well, yeah, y'all added more teams to this shit, and it's a playoff. Hell no. Like, niggas about to be busting heads.
Because, like, Texas, you got Colorado State, Michigan, UTSA. I guess that's Utah.
No. UTSA is the University of Texas of San Antonio.
LA Monroe, Mississippi State.
Lafayette, Monroe. That's in Louisiana.
Oklahoma. Then Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, and Texas A&M.
Nah, we need to look at the Big Ten. The Big Ten is gonna be crazy,
bro. I'm gonna hate the Big Ten and I'm gonna hate the ACC because I'm not trying to be watching Virginia Tech at Stanford at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Why the fuck am I watching a college football game at 10 o'clock and I'm a fan of an East Coast team? What the fuck are we doing? It's for the dollars, man.
Like we just talked about, man.
For the fucking money.
Because you got, let's see, like Florida State, Georgia Tech. Never mind, I said yes.
I can't wait for all the people on the East Coast to be like, these games are too late. See what the fuck I mean?
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.